guess, what is the outlook for these orca whales? It just doesn't sound very good, does it?
No, it really is quite concerning. And this is the first major study that pulls in multiple populations globally in the Northern Hemisphere. And it really does look quite serious for them. A number of them are already facing significant threats from dietary restrictions. So the added stress from PCB load is a significant concern.
And what do these PCBs actually do?
So these PCBs, as you say, have been banned for many decades now, over 30 years, but unfortunately they bioaccumulate in the environment and also in the tissues of animals, and then they move up the food chain, concentrating as they get higher and higher up the food chain. And of course, marine mammals, orcas included, are at the top of that food chain. So they are at risk by ingesting lots and lots in their prey species. And these chemicals can actually cause cancer. They can cause hormonal problems in the ways hormones signal to tissues in the body. They can cause infertility, reproductive problems, and problems with the function of the immune system. So they have really significant effects on how the body may function. And what the researchers are really concerned about in this study is the effect on reproduction of these already very vulnerable small populations.
And, you know, this is so tragic, but is there anything that can be done at this stage?
That's a really good question. These are legacy chemicals. So once they're in the environment, they have to break down. And that takes many, many years to decades. Once they're in the tissues of living animals, there's nothing that will treat it and filter it out, if you like, of the tissues of a living animal. In fact, when an animal dies, it releases those chemicals back into the environment. So what we really need to think about in terms of helping orcas is to not place them under other stress that we have control over, number one. Number two, think about land management, waste management to try and prevent leaching of PCBs in landfill out into the water and the ocean, because you can't really filter the ocean. There are people working on things like bioremediation, so microbiological, bacterial, enhanced bacterial degradation of these chemicals in the environment. But my understanding is that's much more land-based, and at this stage there's no applications that would work with the large volume of the planet's oceans, as it were.